Welcome to Murdeduke Angus. I'm Simon Falkiner. I'm the stud manager here at Murdeduke. I've held that role for about 30 years now. Murdeduke is in southwest Victoria, about 40 k's out of Geelong. Murdeduke started from very small beginnings. It was really founded by someone who wasn't involved in agriculture at all. The idea came from an AI technician who worked for the Department of Agriculture in Victoria, up at Werribee. And Terry Squires, it was his idea to launch Murdeduke Angus. He had skills in artificial breeding, embryo transfer, but he didn't have a farm. So he said to Bruce Wilson 30 odd years ago, Bruce, if I provide you with the expertise to do lots of artificial breeding, embryo transfer, can you supply the land and we'll combine our resources and buy some females. So that's really where it started from, a collaboration between different sets of skills with a common passion, and that was to breed good Angus cattle. And it's been a great privilege to be involved with the stud and seen it grow from 4 cows with heifer calves at foot to over 800 females now. I think this year we're going to have about 850 calves tagged through either ET, AI or natural mating. Because we're a mixed farm, we have a number of people involved at Murdeduke. Not only do we run the cattle stud here, but we have a composite ewe flock and quite an extensive cropping program. So there's a cropping team, a livestock team, and some guys that run the maintenance department. We have Otway Pork. This is the home of Otway Pork. It's a branded pork brand that's range bred and finished in eco shelters. That's been a pretty exciting project and it works well with our farming operation. We can use the nutrient from the pigs out of the eco shelters. We bale our straw and saves us from burning it, which is very environmentally friendly. We take it to the eco shelters, the pigs use it for bedding, they add nutrient to it, and then we recycle it back into the pastures. So that's a really good system for using waste products. How I ended up here, I went through Marcus Oldham. That's where I've had my formal training, and one of the teachings from the Marcus years was broaden your horizons, don't say no to anything, and hence when Bruce Wilson came to me and said, "Oh, what are you up to at the moment, Simon?" I said, "Well, I've just had some lease country finish and I'm at a little bit of a loose end." He said, "Well, come and work for me." And I said, I'll come for 2 years, and 30 years I'm still here. And I've loved every minute of it. It's been a fantastic place to work. Bruce has been very involved in setting up Southern Farming Systems, which is a farmer organisation here in around Geelong. And there's been some fantastic innovations that have come out of that organisation, and that's flown on to what we do here at Murdeduke. We've worked closely with Dr. Richard Fry and his development of the IVF technologies for artificially breeding cattle. We were one of his first clients some 26, 27 years ago. We implanted 10 IVF embryos and 9 of those took, so a 90% strike rate for IVF embryos sort of 25 years ago was amazing. We've never done it again, and we're not likely to, I don't think. But the innovation has been one of the exciting things about being involved at Murdeduke. The latest excitement on the radar is we've just sent a group of bulls off to a local net feed intake facility, and we're going to get some really good data about net feed intake and what genetics are going to improve that. And the way I see it, that's really important for the future of not only our herd, but all herds in Australia and around the world. If we can get more efficient animals, then our carbon emissions are going to be lower, which is really, really important. Basically, we want cattle that can run off the smell of an oily rag and do really well. Saves you money, reduces your carbon footprint. It's a win-win situation. The drivers of our breeding decision making are fertility. Fertility is number one, I guess. A live calf on the ground for as many cows as possible, that's the biggest driver profitability in any beef herd. So fertility is just number one. The animals have got to be able to move, they've got to be able to walk. You can't be culling, losing large numbers of animals from poor structure. So structure is another really important part of our breeding objectives and decision making. We've been down the track of using the glossy, shiny catalogue bulls that perhaps didn't have the structure that they needed. And our clients really quickly told us that the structure wasn't good enough. Love the body of the cattle, love the phenotype of them, but if the structure's not up to it, the market soon tells you. So we've been down that road of chasing the next silver bullet, the glossy catalogue bull that we don't know enough about. So due diligence is really important to decision making. We need to get out there and see what animals are performing well and which ones aren't. Like most studs, we've had quite a few females go overseas in recent years, and that's been a great outlet for surplus females. One of the other exciting things that we've done here at Murdeduke is send embryos across the world pretty much. Lots to South America, some to New Zealand, and that's been a valuable part of our business, as has our foray into having some semen size produced here at Murdeduke. We were lucky enough to be involved with Emperor many years ago, and that just showed us the value of having one of those bulls that really contributes greatly to the industry. We've been lucky enough to breed Murdeduke Quarterback in recent years. What does the future look like for Murdeduke Angus? I think a consolidation of where we are in the industry. We'd like to consolidate our sale down here in Victoria, but probably the real challenge is breaking into that northern market, into that central Queensland market. I think our sale at Rockhampton is, if it's not the most northern purebred Angus sale in the country, it's pretty close. There's a vast number of cows in northern Australia that can benefit for some of the traits that Angus cattle can deliver, but an infusion of Angus genetics certainly will help with fertility, eating quality, temperament. Those sorts of things are a good fit for the base herd up in Queensland and the Northern Territory and the north of Western Australia. Not to say we're going to neglect down south. That's our bread and butter. That's where our heritage and history is. The excitement of developing a new market is pretty cool.